Hi, I'm James the box office artist. I'm tired, I've been working like crazy, and I still can't show you what I'm working on, but hopefully soon. But in the meantime, this is video 1 in my box office artist channel takeover, where a whole bunch of my YouTube friends will actually come and do a fill-in video for me while I'm trying to finish off this big project. And this is a great video because a lot of you have been wanting to see how to use copic markers and to see a real tutorial, and I couldn't think of anyone better than my buddy ZH Comic Art. Maybe some of you are already following him on Instagram. He has quite the following on Instagram. He has over 500,000 subscribers. Instagram, they're likes. 500,000 likes on Instagram. Amazing guy, and he has his own YouTube channel, which you can check out right now. I'll have the link down below and also be on the end title card as well. And you might have also seen us collab. We collabed before on our Pacific Rim collab, which was a lot of fun, so go check that out if you haven't checked that out already. But he has today a really cool tutorial on how to use copic markers and how to draw Spider-Man. He's a really young guy going to school right now, but the future is really bright for him, so couldn't be happier for him and couldn't be happier to call him a friend. So here's to my buddy Zach, or you may know him as ZH Comic Art. Hey Zach, take it away.
It might still be kind of wet, so I have to be very careful. Oh shoot! First off, a huge thank you to James Raiz, who's featuring me on his channel right now. So, what's up? You guys probably don't know who I am. Hey, what's up you guys? Today I'm gonna be doing a how to draw Spider-Man tutorial. I haven't done one of these tutorials in a long time. I think the first YouTube video I ever posted was how to draw Spider-Man. It was like step by step, and I decided to do another one. I haven't used copic markers and I haven't used colors in a long time. I think I've done some in painting class, but that's about it. So I was kind of just drawing it, experimenting with markers a bit, and it turned out quite nice. I'll show you guys right here real quick. So, not bad. I haven't tried copics in a long time, so it was kind of fun. I'll just be taking you guys through the steps I did to create this drawing, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. This is pretty much how I start out every figure. I start out with a really loose sketch. I don't really put in details. You can kind of see I'm getting in the basic muscle shape. I'm getting the definition of the arms, but I'm not really putting in much detail. You can see me putting in the eyes in just a bit, and I'm kind of just finding out what the basic shape is. This is kind of just a random pose out of my head, and it's not really anything complex. He's just standing there. I'm also going to draw in a light source. Now I'm going to go straight in with a thick copic marker. I think these are copic marker brushes, brush pens, whatever you call them. And I'm kind of just getting all the shadows down. Usually I don't work like this. I think I was a bit lazy here because I had to do inks and I didn't want to do like a final pencil drawing and then ink over it. So I went straight into inks. I started out just drawing in the shadows right there, and kind of watch me drop them in. If I'm kind of unsure about the shadow, I'll go in with pencil a little bit first to kind of test it out and see what it looks like, and then I'll go in with the pen and get the broad shadows in. So once I've got the shadows in, I'm going to start putting in a little bit more detail. I'm also going to start putting in the webbing on his suit, which is something that can be used to define his form. So all the muscles have forms, if you draw a grid on it, some are going to be curved one way, some are going to be curved the other way, and I kind of just want to use the webbing to show the volume of his body and muscles, so whenever it goes somewhere around, I'll make sure it kind of sticks out a little bit and that it goes around the form. And I'll start out using pencils to make sure I know where the webs are. And I don't really want to make a mistake here, so I'm just being extra careful. You can see I'm doing a little bit of cross-hatching. So here I'm just testing out my copics to see which one I'm going to use. I haven't used copics in a long time. I don't have a huge variety of colors, so I'm just gonna have to work with what I have. I'll teach you guys a few techniques I use to kind of blend the copic markers in. So now I'm gonna go in with the copic markers. I'm starting out with the yellow. I'm kind of finding out where the rim light is. So there's gonna be rim light, and then there's I don't even know what to call it, but there are like two light sources. So the rim light, and then I'm using red for his, well, normal suit, and then he's gonna have blue on his arms and parts of his body. So the rim light's just like a really strong light that overpowers the color of his suit, so you're not really gonna see the red as much. So here you can see me coloring it in. Next, I'm gonna go in with my darkest marker. I usually like to start out with the very lightest. I kind of get the base colors in. You can kind of say they're the flats, like if you do digital coloring, these are the flats. And then I start out with my darkest marker. I always start out with the darkest marker, and then I kind of just blend it in, and then I take the other marker, the second darkest, and then I go over it a bit, and I just keep doing that. And at the very end, you're gonna see me take the lightest marker again, and then I'm gonna go over everything so it kind of blends evenly. So I always go darkest, second darkest, third darkest, whatever you call it, and then I'll blend everything through with the flat color again, so it's the lightest color we started with. And for blue, it's kind of an awkward shade because I don't have very many colors, so I was just trying to work with what I had. For the eyes, it's pretty simple, same thing as the body. There's the rim light, the reflections, and I'm just taking a gray copic marker. I'm not really sure what gray that is. Maybe I'll explain it somewhere else, but now I'm taking in the white pen and whiteout, and I'm kind of making little reflections. And a trick I learned on my own is if you want to make Spider-Man's suit really stand out and look really cool, you look at the lightest parts on his body, the lightest parts on his muscle, and you take the white pen and just kind of highlight it a bit. So this shows that it's at the very front. This is the top of the muscle. Just find wherever the lightest red is and put a little bit of white on there, and it really makes it pop. Next thing you'll see me do in just a bit is pretty much everyone uses line weights, but not a lot of people use line weights on Spider-Man's webbing on his suit. So this is something I'm not even sure if I invented it or anything, but this is a technique I taught myself, which was to use line weights. Make the line thicker when it's close to the shadow for his suit, so that it gives it a little bit more dimension. I'm not really sure if it will look like that in real life because it's just like a line down his suit, but yeah. So this is the final drawing. It might still be kind of wet, so I have to be very careful. Oh shoot! Yeah, so unfortunately I dropped my camera just now, but it should be okay. Spider-Man's right there. Looks pretty cool. And yeah. So first thing I want to say is, and also you, yeah, for with Mark is a bit, so make sure you check out my other videos. If you guys don't want to watch, just sing along to the music, and I'll see you guys next time.